This year in Israel is going to be the year that in Hebrew it's called Yom Hadin, meaning Israel will pay the price. I say that because Israel is a polarized country. It is incapable of dealing with the issues that it swept under the rug. It is a country full of vengeance and internal dissension, internal hatred. It is all brought about because Israel is not a true democracy. It is all brought about because Israel has committed huge sins in its creation and subsequent to its creation, and is trying desperately to sweep it under the rug. All of the Israeli so-called parties was trying to sweep it under the rug, but it's all going to come into the surface this year. They're not going to be able to sweep it under the rug anymore. All the issues, such as the Nakba, the expulsion of 750,000 Palestinians, the refusal to give them the right to return, the destruction of their villages and their cities, all of the issues involving all the wars that Israel has been involved in. The fact that it is sacrificing Jews to maintain the Zionist anti-Jewish ideology. The fact that Israel is not a true democracy, that it doesn't have a constitution, does not have separation between government and religion, does not have separation between the legislative and the judicial and the executive branch, that it really is a fake democracy. The whole concept of Jewish democracy, all of those issues and many more, the occupation over the Palestinians, the apartheid, the genocide, Jewish supremacy, the internal friction between Orthodox and secular Jews, between Mizrahi and Ashkenazi society. Israel, between what is called the Arab Israelis and the Jewish Israelis. There are many, many issues, probably a lot that don't even come to mind within a short video. But Israel will realize that it is a house of cards that cannot be maintained. The so-called elections for a democracy will expose all of that at the end of this year. We are now in June. They're going to have an election in September or October, and all of these issues are going to come up into the surface in the most brutal way possible, and will destroy the house of cards that is called Israel. At the end of this process, it may take few more months after the beginning of this process in October or November, September or October. But at the end, Israel will find itself in a completely different society, a more just society, a true democracy that includes the Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza, a true democracy that does not separate between government and that does separate between government and religion. My mistake. A true, honest democracy. So it's going to be a healing process that was necessary, and it's going to come up, it's going to start at the end of this year, sometimes in September or October, and will last maybe a whole year. But it would change Israel completely. This is why we are proposing a federal government for the people of Israel and Palestine, to have a safety net in case the government of Israel, the Jewish state of Israel, collapses. And even if it doesn't collapse, let's say that everything I said doesn't come about, we still need a federal government. Well, maybe especially if everything I said doesn't come about, we need a federal government for the people of Palestine and Israel together to compete with the failed government of Israel, and for that matter, with the failed governments of Palestine. Thank you.